Discover the shocking truth behind one of the biggest financial catastrophes in history as we unravel the mystery of why billionaire George Soros has often been accused of shattering the British economy and leaving the Bank of England in ruins. Brace yourself for a journey into the high-stakes world of international finance, where cunning and determination from certain speculators brought an entire nation to its knees. Get ready for a tale of power, money, and many say betrayal that will leave you on the edge of your seat. George Soros was born on August 12, 1930 in Budapest, Hungary. After World War II, Soros eventually settled in England, where he attended the London School of Economics, ultimately earning a Master of Science in Philosophy in 1954. After graduating, George worked as a clerk at a London merchant bank called Singer and Friedlander in 1954. While there, Soros was assigned to the arbitrage department. Arbitrage is when you buy something for a low price in one place and sell it for a higher price in another, making a profit from the difference. Soros quickly became known for his unconventional approach to arbitrage trading, which involved taking large positions on market trends that he believed were undervalued or overlooked by other investors. This approach often involved taking significant risks, but Soros was confident in his ability to accurately assess market conditions and make profitable trades. Soros went on to become a successful hedge fund manager and founded his own investment firm, Soros Fund Management, in 1970. The insights he gained from his early career became the foundation of Soros's investment strategy, as he sought out opportunities to take contrarian positions in the markets and exploit discrepancies between market conditions and investor sentiment. This proved instrumental to what happened later on. It was the year 1992 and the fate of the British economy hung in the balance. The Bank of England was under attack by a group of investors heavily influenced by the enigmatic billionaire George Soros. Soros identified a weakness in the British pound. In the early 1990s, the British government was trying to keep the value of the pound above a certain level in order to maintain its position in the European exchange rate mechanism, otherwise known as the ERM. The ERM was a system designed for European countries to keep their currency values stable in relation to each other. Soros believed that the pound was overvalued and that the government's efforts to prop it up were unsustainable. To profit from his belief that the pound was overvalued, Soros began to sell the British pound short. This involved borrowing pounds from a bank with a promise of returning the money with interest. He then went to the foreign exchange market to sell pounds on the open market and buy German marks instead. When the pound value drops, he could buy it back and pocket the difference as profit. The Bank of England, headed by the staunchly conservative Norman Lamont, vowed to defend the pound at all costs. But Soros was not easily deterred. He continued to bet against the pound, driving its value lower and lower with each passing day. As word of Soros's actions began to spread, other investors began to sell the pound short as well. This created a self-fulfilling prophecy, as the more investors sold the pound, the lower its value fell. In an effort to prop up the pound, the Bank of England began buying large quantities of pounds on the open market. However, this only served to deplete the bank's reserves and further weaken the pound. Soros and his fellow investors outmaneuvered the Bank of England at every turn. With the pound's value plummeting in a matter of days and its reserves dwindling, the British government was forced to withdraw from the European exchange rate mechanism on September 16, 1992, a day that became known as Black Wednesday. Black Wednesday and the events leading up to it marked a major defeat for the British government and a significant victory for Soros and other investors who had bet against the pound. The bank was left with a depleted reserve of foreign currency and was forced to raise interest rates, which went up twice in one day, from 10% to 12% in the morning, then up to 15% in the afternoon, to tempt speculators to buy the pound, therefore boosting its value. The occurrence of Black Wednesday left the British economy reeling. Businesses went bankrupt, people lost their jobs, and the world was left in shock. While Soros' actions were not the sole cause of these problems, they certainly contributed and helped to expose weaknesses in the British economy. Soros himself, however, pocketed roughly £1 billion from the Black Wednesday events for his hedge fund. George Soros' audacious bet against the pound may have caused chaos in the short term, but in the long run, it paved the way for a new era of European integration. While he has faced criticism and controversy throughout his career, Soros is widely regarded as one of the most successful investors of his generation and a prominent philanthropist, having donated billions of dollars to charitable causes. If you want to learn more about remarkable financial events, people, and strategies in a concise and entertaining way, then please like the video and subscribe so that you can learn more about finance in 5 minutes. Too many people spend money they haven't earned to buy things they don't want, to impress people they don't like.